Yo, what's going on, y'all? We are live right now. I got J. Nicole in the building, Smoking the Bandit, Dota G Mac, and of course, you got me, Stackz the Realist. And we are going to come together and network and talk about manifesting your intentions. So, I know it's a lot of y'all out there that speak stuff into existence and you feel like nothing is happening. Oh man, I want a new car. I just can't seem to get a car. I just can't seem to get it. So what am I supposed to do? I'm telling you, you speak into the universe and the universe will work with you. So we all here. Y'all been manifesting y'all intentions. I want to talk about how are we manifesting our intentions individually.
You
So I
been
don't know who got it on their mind to go first, who got it on their mind to go last. But if you manifested your intentions and you've been doing it, I want to hear from you. So how about it?
I've been speaking my
Okay, we got a
manifestation.
Smoking the Bandit. Now listen, y'all. Wait, hold on.
Nah, baby.
Now, if y'all don't know who Smokey the Bandit is, y'all got to do your own homework. Now, I'm going to let him tell y'all how he has been manifesting his intentions. I'm listening, Smokey. Let me get my pen. Hold on. I got it.
Well, it's all about you know what I'm saying, the individual and they belief in not only the universe but themselves. So um if you want something, you gotta go for it. You gotta go get it. You gotta strive for it, but you can't just, you know, like I don't want to say pray, but like say I want something and then just sit there and wait for it. You know what I'm
Mm,
saying? You gotta actually, if you want it, you gonna go get it. So if you speaking stuff into existence, like for me, for instance, like everything that I'm doing, I it's what's one major key thing to do is write it out. Write out your plans, write out your goals, write it out, and then go for it. Like, don't just write it out, make it happen. You know what I'm saying? So, because when you write, you can write things into, you know what I'm saying? You can write things into, they say the pen is mightier than the sword. Like, when you write stuff, that stuff really can happen. So, if it's something you really want to happen, it's going to happen. But you got to go for it as well. Pray for it, speak it into existence, go for it. Like, everything that I've been doing and the path I've been going is all because it's something that I've been passionate about. Um, I planned it. I wrote it down. I saw it. I saw it in my head, and then I made it reality.
okay. Now I can actually agree with that because with me, I've been speaking a lot of things into existence and I've been doing whatever it is that I can. But at first, it wasn't always like that. Like I would say that I would want some and I would think that I'm working toward to get it and I never get it. Like a couple years ago, I ran into an incident where I wasn't able to be stable. So I'm like, man, I want to be stable. I just want to get somewhere where I'm just stable and I could just focus on my music and focus on myself. I just want to get to a place to be stable. But I
Hmm.
couldn't get to that place because I was still steady overwhelming myself with things that didn't concern me, which was things I couldn't change.
Right.
So it had me at a standstill to the point where when I started speaking stuff into existence, I literally had to go out and get it. Like if I say I want a new car, right? What's that? Stick notebook. Go ahead. I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop. We come back to me.
Go ahead and finish, and I'm gonna come back because I got this.
Oh no, that right there might be better than what I got to talk about.
That's exactly what you're talking about.
Okay. So now I like that. I can't wait to get back to that book that you just brought up. There you go. Bring some knowledge to the platform. Bring some knowledge. I like that. So when I would say that I want to do this or want to do that, I would just say it and I'll look and try to make a way to happen. Now I didn't know that I was planning it. When I was looking into the future, seeing it, how it could happen, I didn't know that that was me planning it. I never wrote it down. So without me writing it down, whenever I was planning, I mean I was going on about doing things as I planned them. So it's like if I saw it, I did it, no matter if it was a risk or not. Without sitting down, like you said, write it out. Now, just by you manifesting your own intentions, I learned you said write it out and you had to have a passion for it. Now, I had the passion, I never wrote it out. But when I start writing it down and making it plain,
Right.
my intentions started manifesting in front of my face. So it's a lot of things that I said I want to happen, and it will happen, and it has happened.
Yeah.
And it all came from me writing it down. So it's like you said, when you write it down, you remember it faster. You know what I mean?
It's like Pac said, plan, plot, strategize. When
Let me
you
write
write
that
it,
down because I went around when Pac said that. So let me write that down. Hold on.
plan, plot, strategize,
Plan, plot,
and strategize.
and strategize.
Now this is something I went through. I was looking for something and came across this and sat down like, damn, what's this? And this is like it's like a journal type kind of thing. But everything that I wrote when I read this, and I know we was having this topic, so it's crazy that it's right there for me to bring it up. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So this is it's like 04.
I'm reading to October 28th, 2004. I'm reading. What's
And
going on,
like,
Queen G? We see.
Queen G in the building.
What's going
plan.
on, everybody?
What it do?
I was like basically talking to myself in this notebook and answering myself and making whatever needed to be done happen. So like they say the new improved, you know what I'm saying, new improved Smokey plan. Question, how can you improve yourself as a person, or what do you need to do so? This is what I'm talking to myself. You know what I'm saying? In 04, problems, job, bills, not growing mind-wise. 4, attitude and trust. 5, car. Didn't you just say that? My problems. My first problem is job, the pay. The second problem, bills. 3rd, not growing mind-wise. 4, attitude and trust. 5, car. This is me telling me what I need to work on me.
Right.
I'm saying all of this. Like, a mind is a terrible thing to waste. I need to read more. I need to learn more. As of 10/27/04, I started interning at Lab 32 to become an engineer. This is good. Pay attention. Take notes. Don't slack. Like, I'm talking to myself, coaching myself. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Hold on. I ain't trying to read all this.
No, give us what we need to hear.
So it say, because girl, you be talking all day. Okay, so take note. Okay, then I say, keep as of right now, you work at the high school from 7 to 3:30. Sylvia England has been fucking with your job lately. Get a new job. So I said, get a new job. I said, do you really want to be a secretary? No. You need to find a job you would enjoy, a job that pays well, and preferably a job that has preferably a job that has more men than women. Women like to gossip all day and love drama. You have to gain more experience in other work fields. You have done data entry, administrative assistant, and secretary work since you graduated. It is time for a change. I wrote all this out, and then eventually in this book, you come back to another day. And I say, how I got the car, I got a new job, and everything that I talked about, I wrote it out and made it happen. Right. And without me having to read every single thing.
Now, with you writing it out and making a hand down, that was you speaking it into existence, right?
Right.
And then that was you going back checking to see that that it manifested, right? Mm-hmm. How did that make you feel to see the results when you did? You saw how you manifested your intentions.
It was like, because me looking like, look, here go another thing. 3/8/05.
Okay.
3/8/05. I had drifted away from writing my, you know what I'm saying? Like, to this day, I done drifted away again. You know what I'm saying? Now it's like looking, I could go back and do it again. But it's like you kind of drifted away from your priorities. You thought you could handle everything off the top of your head. That's too stressful and brain reckoning. This is me telling myself that. So we start again. Since the last entry, a whole lot has happened and a whole lot has been accomplished, which include Empty Souls Records have changed to Empty Souls Entertainment. I set up an account at Great Lakes Credit Union for Empty Souls Entertainment. See, this is, you know what I'm saying? Mako created a logo for ESE. We got t-shirts made up. All this. It's just, and now look where we at.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Now that's good. Now I see how you manifesting your intentions. Now, how you doing, Queen G? I'm glad that you tuned in. I didn't know how to.
I'm doing.
Like, where she at? I see her. Where she at? But I saw you. I got you in there.
I'm way better than this morning.
Oh man, that's a good thing.
Feeling way better than this morning. Yeah.
Oh
man, this is such a great. This is such a great topic.
You gotta let that stuff out, you know what I'm saying, so you can breathe a little, you know, and get back to what you're trying to do. Sometimes you gotta let it out.
Yes, indeed.
Definitely.
My God,
that's all you did this morning. You just let it out, so you can say, "Fuck that, man. Let me get back." That's gonna make me strong.
It was serious business this morning, and on top of that, this is Women's History Month. So it's things that, you know, we have to address as women and really, really put our cards on the table that really impact our day-to-day lives. So I'm grateful for my platform of Queen G Live Experience, which allows me to really, really go in and do what I need to do to, you know, put the word out there about life.
Right.
But this is a great subject.
It's somebody that can relate to you. You know what I'm saying? It's probably somebody like what you did this morning, what you was going through. You was just being real and genuine. But you never know who life you touch, because it's somebody else that probably needed to hear that. Like, dang, I've been going through that same.
Right.
Okay.
I've been going through stuff, and I was looking for her to say that, like, it spoke to me. It brought back to me of when I went through whatever it is that I was going through. I'm like, wow, it's good to know that this has been happening. It just didn't start. So we have to learn how to build and be strong. And that's when we can manifest more intentions to, like, deter from that type of negativity, that type of vibe. So we start having more, we write down more, we plan more, you know?
Manifest, yeah.
Right. So, but Stackz, this is a great subject that I definitely want to throw my little feedback into.
I love to hear how your intentions have been manifested. How do you manifest your intentions? That's what the subject is. Queen G, you up next. Let us know what's going on.
Mine has been I would say really, really spiritual. Really, really spiritual, in the sense of I have a lot of talks with God, faith-wise, just
me
things
too.
that,
Me too.
you know, bother me, or things that impact me day to day, or things that I feel like I can't really handle. I kind of roll my care over to God, right? So I think a lot of big part of my manifestation has been faith. The word faith, F-A-I-T-H. And faith is the subject of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. It's the things you hope for and you desire. It ain't really there yet, but you hope for it. You can visualize it. You see it, you know. And I'm gonna give y'all a prime example of something that was one of the most exuberating, interesting, different levels of faith I've ever experienced. And that is writing 14 books in 1 year.
Okay.
That's a big accomplishment.
And I'm not talking about books that I thought of, concepts. I'm talking about written actual books that's out on Amazon that are legitimate books, co-written with my children. I wrote six books for my kids. I took their concepts basically that they had, and I put it into a book format. Just to give you an example, my daughter came up to me one day. She says, "Mom, I want to write a book too," because I had already written 2 by then. And she was like, "I want to write a book about a little girl trading lives of her baby doll." I said, "Now that's a good concept, baby. That's a really good concept." She was only 7 at the time.
Dang, that's a good concept.
That
was an excellent concept. And I was like, "Baby, that's good." I said, "Now this is what I want you to do."
She wanted to switch from roles with a doll.
Yeah, her baby doll, they actually totally switched lives. This is the concept.
Right. You got a movie script.
So my job in that was to get behind her and support her concept. And this is what I said to her. I said, "Honey, this is what you do. Come over here and talk that concept into my phone of how you want it to be. And we're going to take this and we're going to make it into chapters and we're going to write a book about it." And I said, I think it would be a good title to be Dolly Mix Up. What you think about that, honey? She was like, "Mommy, yes, that sounds good." And she was, she had seen me writing. I had wrote 2 books by then that were already on Amazon, up and out. You know what I'm saying? So she was basically using the example of what I did and wanted to do the same thing. So we took her concepts. I told her to verbally speak them into my speaker thing. And later on, what I did during Super Bowl Sunday, I'll never forget it, last year during the pandemic, during Super Bowl Sunday, I put the entire book together. And this is real scenarios. Like, so when the book opens, the little girl goes to school, and that's when they make the initial switch. They switch in the classroom, and the teacher don't understand why the kids are acting like they're acting, but they're already switched into dolly mode. They don't know how to live like a real person in like a doll. You know what I mean?
All the kids went into the switch with the dolls, or just one person?
Just these sisters, they switch dolls. They switch lives with their dolls. It's a set of twins, of course, so I included the twins in the story. It's really cute. So anyway, we did that book. And then, of course, her twin sister wanted a book too. So we came right behind that and wrote another book called My Pet Penguin. And then we came right behind that and wrote another book called My Unicorn Cake for their other sister.
Okay.
And then we came back and wrote another book. We did a total of 6 books.
Dang.
So that was your
children's books. And my son's book is called My Uncle is Famous. Y'all know what that's about.
right.
Yeah. And these books are out for people to read right now.
They're all on Amazon. I'm not doing it for promotion's sake. I'm doing it to give you the real.
I want to see what they came up with.
Talk about taking these thoughts and ideas and manifesting them and putting them on to paper and then turning them into books. Yeah, and then I wrote a book with my graphic designer. We wrote a book in 2 weeks. That one was a mother sucker. That sucker was full of drama and ups and downs, and it was bad. It was banging bad. I love that book. He came to me with a concept. I was like, why not? Let's keep it going. And we just kept writing. I just kept that whole year during the pandemic when we were supposedly on lockdown. That's when my mind just opened up.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I would tell anybody, let me say this. Can I say this real quick? I'm going to tell y'all the real facts. Thoughts and ideas just ain't thoughts and ideas that just came to you. It ain't. If something hits your spirit hard and it won't go away and you can't shake it, that's God trying to tell you something. That's God trying to speak to you and say, hey, Why don't you do that idea? Don't just ignore it. See, a lot of us ignore it. I've ignored it in the past.
I feel that for real. He telling you this is what he wants you to do. This is what you're supposed to do.
Right.
But what about for some of us that ignore it and we don't know that that's what we are ignoring? Like me, for example, I didn't know that that's what that was. I just went on about my business. No, that's crazy.
Well, what you're gonna see is the concept played out through somebody else, because what happens is God's will is going to be done either way, whether it's through you or through somebody else. It's up to you whether you are going to take on that challenge or responsibility or not, and listen and pay attention. God is trying to elevate you to another level and take these ideas and thoughts to another level, but it's up to you to accept the call of whether you're going to be the one. And we're all creators on this phone. So come on now. We're all creators on here. We understand exactly what I'm saying. You've heard concepts, ideas, words, lyrics. You've heard all of that stuff dropped on the inside of you before.
Right.
And what we literally do is we get so busy or so consumed with all these other things, we ignore it. And then our concept comes out and somebody becomes a multi-millionaire off of that concept that we could have, you understand? We could have been the one, because God was trying to choose you and we just completely whatever. It's weird. I'm hearing that. That's what we do. We toy with our own mind and thoughts and stuff. Oh, that was weird that I heard. No.
Or it's sometimes
My book.
You ignore it on accident by second guessing it.
Right.
So you don't
Right.
And then you might get that sign again. And then sometimes you can see it happen, but like you said, manifest through somebody else, and it's like, dang, I could have did. You could have. You missed it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Just like my and I think two of you have my book on here. My media book, that wasn't meant to be about my whole entertainment journey. That was just from the media angle. You understand? So when you go back and read the concepts again, understand it's from the media industry side of my career, not the whole career. If I was to tell y'all about the entire career, that book will be levels and many multiple chapters. You understand?
Right.
But God told me do it from the media aspect. When I sat down with Taraji Henson and interviewed her, that is a media situation. You understand? And that book was meant to be from the media aspect only, not talk about, oh, how long was it when me and my husband got together and when we first started dating? It wasn't meant for that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
No.
And these are the things that God is telling me. He is giving me specific things. And I'm going to tell you something. If you're not one-on-one with your spirit, I don't know what religion you or what God you serve or whatever. If you're not one-on-one with your spirit, sometime you got to go away and you got to get quiet, take a moment and get some meditation time in and spend some one-on-one quiet time alone with your spirit so that you can begin to hear when those type of things come, when those concepts hit you, and when those, thoughts hit your mind. You're not ignoring it, but it's like, oh, I'm all the way woke. Man, let me tell you, pandemic year, I was so woke. Book after book after book after book after book after book kept. It was like it was pouring out of me like water.
Really?
You understand? So that's how serious that is. Anyway.
You know what though? By you doing all of that and going through all of that, you see the manifestation. So that's what we talk. That's it. So you had to go through all that, and now you see the manifestation. Dota G, how are you manifesting your intentions right now? What have you spoken to existence and you see the manifestation from it?
So this crazy, right? So I always wanted pretty much everything on my own. So I won't have to reach, you know what I'm saying, go and look for anything else. Anything that I actually put my hands on that I can that I know for a fact that I can do and work with or whatever that, you know what I'm saying, I put my mind to, you know, I make it happen. So starting with, you know what I'm saying, first of all, my brand, Body Kid, right? So as a shorty growing up, you know, I always had, you know, little pieces of studio equipment, you know, a keyboard here, a beat machine here. One of my homies will probably have something in the cut for me to work on or whatever. But I always say, yo, one day I just want my own studio. You know what I'm saying? Where I can mix and master, record, do everything. I want my own label so I can be my own CEO. I can sign my own artists and, you know, and be one whole household brand. So fast forward, like, you know what I'm saying, years later, now back at this time, this is like real young, like the age of 5, 6 years old, and all the way up, you know what I'm saying, through my teenage years, speaking this. So I say by the age of 12, I finally got into a studio, recorded my first CD, first track or whatever with my cousin. And I was like, man, you know, now I'm getting adjusted of being in the studio and getting that vibe and that feel like now, okay, cool. I spoke about me wanting to be in the studio. Now I'm in something similar to what I'm looking for, but, you know, I'm there. So this is a start. But I'm getting that feel, that vibe. So now it's in me now to say, you know what? Now I want it more. So then when I I looked at, you know, all the equipment and production and how that's being worked. I'm like, okay, cool. You know, I'm already a talented musician. You know what I'm saying? I already know how to deal with the beat machines and the keyboards and stuff like that. So, yeah, I want to make beats. So when I start practicing on that and making my beats, now it came from me watching somebody make a beat for me to record me to now I'm making beats for myself and recording myself. Yeah. Now, funny story, right? Me and my homies, we used to have like this. Remember the boom boxes, the tape cassette boom boxes, but it used to have that one big speaker on there, and you know you had to press the buttons down real hard because they was heavy. Yeah, in order to record. So
you got to press it down at the same time, right?
Right.
I remember that.
Or you had to put the piece of paper inside the tape in order for it to record.
I used to do all that. I got the boom box in the closet right now. Right. The one I used to do that on, yeah, and record yourself.
Right.
Put the headphones in, put the instrumental on one side, put the blank tape in the other side, and rap over it.
And let it run over. Yeah. That's when we was overdubbing and we had all the fog in the background. But back then, you know what I'm saying, we didn't know nothing about mixing and master. We just wanted to put the dope together.
Yeah.
But see, I'm gonna tell you the way we did it though to actually get clarity, right? So, you know, back then, you know, the old stereo systems with the record player on top or whatever, you know, it had the 2 tape players on there and then the record player on top. Well, we had that. So we had the beat that we recorded from the beat machine onto a tape. Then we took the tape out of there, put it in the big stereo system with the 15, right? The big 15s banging in front of this little boom box with the speaker on it, using a boom box as a microphone. But we recorded through that as well. Man, we rapped through there, bro. When I'm talking about how clear it was, we was going around the hood. We was dubbing tapes all week.
Inspector Gadget.
Passing out tapes like, yo, check this out, man. Like, we just made a whole song, right? So with that going in, it was like, okay, cool. Now I got a process to learn how to record myself without, you know what I'm saying, the professional equipment, but the idea of it. So now, fast forward again, I bump into another cat, got in his studio. Now it comes to the mixing and mastering part. Now I'm in a professional program now, literally really recording. So now I'm learning everything about, you know, how to record to mix your vocals, the highs, mids, the lows, being able to put reverb in, doing the compressions and stuff like that. So I'm learning all that now, but not knowing that when I was working with my pops, like I said, my pops was in the music industry. He was also in the big major studios. He was teaching me to work on hand on mixing boards before it became digital. So now it's like I'm kicking, like, you know what I'm saying, remembering the knowledge that I got from the mixing boards to transfer it over to the digital. Now I'm learning how to mix and master my own self into, you know what I'm saying, a real studio. So now I done recorded a CD where it's professionally done. Now I've dropped that. I got it to that. Then it goes to graphics, being able to know how to market myself now. So now it goes from me just taking pictures and then going to I don't know if y'all remember back when Microsoft Word was really popping. You know what I'm saying? Like, or what was another one? I forgot the name for it, but you can put your picture on there. You had this old special. They had all the special different fonts on there with the different
PowerPoint.
effects.
PowerPoint.
It was almost like PowerPoint, but it was something else. It was another type of name for it. But I was using that to make my covers. So when I get into the whole graphic, you know what I'm saying, to making covers and branding myself now. So now it's like, okay, boom, building my, you know what I'm saying, I'm building my, I then went from being a person that played the drums to actually making the beat on the beat machine to going in the studio, learn how to play drums, going into a studio with my cousin, watching him make beats and recording me, then doing the experience with my homie with the tape player and, you know what I'm saying, the speaker with making my own beats on a beat machine, to now I'm in the studio with mixing and mastering my vocals just as well as making beats on the keyboard, beat machine, and now I'm into making my own covers. So now I'm still thinking in my head that I want my own. I want to be able to do this in my own establishment. Fast forward again, now I finally got me a little something where I done got my own MPC, which is to the world, to the ones that don't know what an MPC is, it's a bigger version of a small beat machine. It's a big beat machine. Well, I got that. I got my TS10 and Sonic keyboard. Went back up to Michigan where my cousin who started me in recording, and now we all full throttle with. Now we got a full production. We recording ourselves. We got comfortable with having his studio as well as my production, but we all shared it as ours. So that was my first experience of being to have my own studio. Fast forward now, I got my own studio. I have my own full-fledged studio, 16-track studio, you know, in my crib. I'm doing my own graphics. I'm mixing and mastering my own vocals. And I'm shooting video.
Right.
So now it goes from me doing it, and then it wasn't me, like I heard Smokey earlier telling me, you know what I'm saying, he was speaking on writing it down and being able to look back at it and going by those steps. Me, I was going off on faith and belief in myself. And just as much as what Queen just said, tapping into yourself spiritually, that goes deep when knowing yourself and having faith in yourself and belief in yourself, no matter what nobody say. Because I had people that came around and told me, oh, that ain't gonna work, man, and that right there, man, he ain't getting no money in that, and this and that. But me, it's in me. So you can't tell me what ain't gonna work. You feel me? So now it's like, oh, I thrived off of that. Yeah, keep telling me what I can't do, because I'm gonna show you what I can do.
Right. So now when you like, when all of us, like, we got all of our intentions, they manifest in front of us now that we have applied it, and now that we see it, like, what can we do to manifest more? Like, Queen G, you got your books. You got your books right now. You giving all of the artists right now an opportunity to come up with a jingle for your show, so that we can have an opportunity. You get what I'm saying? So that we can have an opportunity to be heard and get more exposure out there. So when you said, I want a radio show, or I want to be able to help other artists, when did you want to make that plain and put into effect? It's like as soon as we see something, everything just started happening. Like I said, I'm like, man, Smokey out there doing this thing. I wouldn't mind working with him. And then it's like maybe 2-3 days ago, and here you go. You keep talking. You're gonna have to sign with a nigga. I'm like, damn, it's right there, like right in plain.
Well, can I respond to that?
Let me understand. I'm trying to understand. Good, but I'm trying to understand.
Now, I believe that, with everything, with new things come new responsibility, right? I believe that when you're trusted with new levels, you get more. Did y'all hear what I said? When you're trusted with new levels.
I got my pen. Hold up. Got my pen.
Just keep that pen.
When you're trusted with new levels, you get more.
You gonna tell us what that means?
I mean, yeah. I'm gonna explain exactly what that means. When God knows that I will take care of his people with what he's blessing me with, he's adding more things to the plate or the foundation of what I have to be able to bless even more. I have a magazine for artists. I teach media courses so that I can teach people marketing strategies. It's a lot of things that I have that I do. I also, if I see someone shining, one of my jobs is to market and promote them and make the world aware that they exist. Because it's nothing like somebody that has a legitimate name getting behind you and putting firepower behind you. That makes a difference in a person's career.
Yes, it do.
Where people may not have known you before, now you got a legitimized person that people are aware of. You understand, that has a name or whatever. When that firepower gets behind a person, it really, really adds to what they're already doing. And that's what some people, they're one marketing tool away from, one marketing pitch away from success. That's it.
So, okay, one more thing I got. Because I've asked myself this and I can't seem to answer it. When you are surrounded by like-minded individuals, now you're surrounded by like-minded individuals, and you know, when they teach us in school, you have to be paying attention to me in order for you to learn. Now, you're in the classroom, and everybody knows that we are here to learn. We're here to get an education. But if you're in this classroom and the teacher is trying to teach, and only some of us are grasping the concept or comprehending what the teacher is trying to teach, what about the others? They have intentions on learning as well, but they just can't comprehend the way the others can. What can we do? But it's like, what I'm saying is, I speak into I just said I wanted to go to Atlanta. I say, I want to go to Atlanta. I got on the phone, I called down there to a job, and they said, send me your information. I sent them my information. She said, when is the next time you're going to come and visit? I said, I'm going to come back and visit in April. Will you be ready to start in April? I'm like, well, wow. All I said is that I want to move to Atlanta. So it was like, to the point back then, remember me saying, I want a car, and it took me forever to get a car. I didn't do anything to start working toward moving to Atlanta. It just
opened the new doors for you.
Now it's about to happen. It's about to happen. So are you serious you want to do this? Because I can make it happen just like that. Like, man, where'd that come from? Right. So
I believe that
see what you want to do and see your intentions are manifesting. How do you know how to write down? Like, I will write down, remove anyone that do not have my best intentions from around me. I will write that down, and they will be around me for like 8 more years.
Well,
what could I do? You get what I'm saying? Because everyone is not going to show you who they are up front. I'm not going to come and say, Queen G, oh yeah, I love you so much, but as soon as you piss me off, I'm telling you off, and that's it. I'm not going to say that to you as soon as I meet you.
You pray on it. That's what you do.
Yeah, pray about it, because
and you ask God to remove those people from around you.
I'm gonna write
and then He gonna show you. They gonna show through that prayer. They gonna show themselves more to you, so you can see that's the person I don't need to be around.
Okay.
Thanks.
I want y'all to know that y'all helped me create my next single that I'm working on. The name of the single is called Manifesting Intentions. So it's
nice.
And I'm trying to go with I want to let everything be known. When you write it down, you make it plain and simple. The teacher writes your name on the board. By the end of the week, you got to learn how to spell your name. If there is no one helping you manifest the intention of you learning how to spell your name, when you come back next week, you're not going to know what the first letter of your name is. So the concept of that song is, if there is no one around me that's helping me get to the next level, there's no need for them to, what are your intentions? Your intentions are manifest.
But like Dodie said, which I had spoke on too, but like, you don't gotta just write it down. You gotta have your faith and you gotta pray on it.
All right.
Most definitely.
Have your conversations with God, and you just have a real conversation like God. I don't like you questioning, you asking questions right now. I ask God questions like God, like, man, why am I, why this and that? However, I have a conversation with the higher power, you know what I'm saying, all the time. And like I said, man, God, please remove the people that don't got no good intentions from around me. I don't want to be around negative. I get the devil away from me.
Anybody that's not around, anybody that's around you that's not of him.
Come a little closer, Dodie, to your mic. Come a little closer to your mic.
Yeah, say that again. Say that again. What you just said.
I said, remove anybody from around you that's not of God. Anything that God got in store
for you,
it ain't for everybody.
But now listen, now when you say that, how do you know what's not of God? Because sometimes God will do stuff. He don't do nothing for no reason.
Spirit of God gonna make you feel it.
Huh?
But I'm gonna tell you, he showed you.
Said what? Hold on now, too. We all talking at the same time. What somebody said?
I said he showed you in so many ways.
Yeah, we saying the same thing.
Okay, well, you say what you say the same thing, and after him, you say the same thing again, so I can understand. I need to comprehend. I was that student in class who couldn't comprehend.
No, I'm saying that. You know what I'm saying? You would know as far as the energy, the vibes, the way you start thinking, the way your spirit start connecting with people. Now, if certain people around you are moving a certain type of way that's not of him or of you, that's not meant for your path, this is gonna show clearly. Like, you ever been around somebody, right? You know for a fact, you're like, man, you're not even knowing if this person is the wrong person around you. But just because you ask God, like, yo, remove anybody around me away from me that's not of you, of your plan. And all of a sudden, you sitting in somewhere, it's out the blue, you might have had something, and you celebrating something. And all of a sudden, everybody is cheering for you. You just find this one person out the bunch that be like, it's all right. Or every time you say, yeah, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, somebody look at you like, man, whatever. I'm going to get my life together. But why you got to be that type of person instead of encouraging me to get my life together for something positive? Yeah, we already know. You showing yourself. So deep down inside, when beforehand, when it was all smiles and Hallmark cards, we was all good until when you pray that prayer and they start showing themselves, God will open your vision up clear. He'll open your third eye up.
Amen.
Okay, now listen to what you're saying, because y'all gonna take me back to what I used to know when I used to know it. Right. Now, y'all say that's not of God, but y'all remember the very first angel was the very first one to get cast out. So he was good to go. I dropped my pen. Y'all know I got to get my pen. Hold up. Now, he was good to go. He was good to go. You know, you couldn't tell different, but when he was around God for a long time, right? He was around for a long time. That evil spirit was covered up.
Right.
For so long. So, but you got some people out there that be right there neck and close, just like this.
Right.
And you won't see it
until it's time for you to see it.
Now, the other ones, I can tell them, I can drop them off like, it's a fly. You know how you don't get too mad when, oh man, that ain't nothing. That's just a mosquito. It's dead, and you just pop it off.
Right.
So, what about the ones it's a king mosquito and he popping, but the stinger is in your shirt? So now you got to pick it up and take it off. I see you, Smoker. Help me out.
Go ahead, Smoke. Yeah, because I was on it too. Go ahead.
You gonna see it when it's time to see it, because everybody is in your life for a certain reason or a lesson to learn from.
Oh, we got to get the notebook. You got me over.
God puts
the whole song.
God ain't just gonna give you, like, everything ain't always gonna be good. Some stuff you gotta go through, so you know how to go through it. If you cross that path again, you all know I did.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't going down that road again. I know how to do that. You know what I'm saying? So certain people you come across, so you know how to deal with it again when you could peep that, or when it come again, you know. So certain people, like, I ain't gonna say who it is, but I had somebody that, like, from day one, like real day one, grew up together, 40 years together, just now, showing me some stuff
I'm gonna
Now,
shake my coffee. I know.
people tell you about other people, but you could be blinded by loyalty and love.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So much that
Yep,
you just
facts.
don't want to accept that certain people could do you a certain way. But in reality is we all come into this world alone. We're gonna leave this world alone, and everybody that we cross paths with is in our life for a reason.
Right.
A reason or a season, and you're gonna learn from it. No matter what, you're gonna learn from it, and it's gonna help you.
So
It's
what
gonna
you
help
telling
you with
me
your future.
once again, Smokey? What you telling me once again in my life since you've been knowing me is that I'm gonna have to deal with people accordingly until it manifests itself. Is that what you're telling me?
No, you're gonna have to deal with people accordingly, period. But as far as your life and your path and where you go, that's the manifestation you ask for yourself. To other people,
But
you're
that's
gonna
for
have
you, though.
it's like going through war. You got to go through war in life. You got to deal with this, get this out the way, get this out the way. But at the same time, some people can't take that, and they get them hits, and they just fall back, and they just give up. But you gotta have that faith to go through all of that and keep going, so
Take
you
this,
can
but
get to the next level you're trying to go to. Because if you can't go through that, then you ain't gonna be able to go through that next level.
Okay, so I get it. So basically, what it is my mess is my message. But if God has something for me, it's supposed to be for me. So if God don't have negative energy for me, or if God don't have this person that is not for me, that person, therefore that person shouldn't be around me. Why should I have to deal with that until I can be able to say, no, you're not it? Why do I have to believe? Why do I have to trust? Why do I have to have faith in a person that won't be there for long jeopardy? Why do I have to put myself through that? Why?
some things ain't meant for you to already know like that.
There we go. All right, that's what I needed to know. And you just helped me. Go ahead, say what you got to say, Smokey. I'm listening. He just helped me.
He hit that right. Some things ain't meant for you to know.
Some things
you
ain't
gotta,
meant for you. It's for you to feel. And it's a spiritual thing. Just like what Queen just said. See, me, I study chakra. And ever since I study chakra and meditate, and it cleans your spirit. It cleans, you know what I'm saying? It deals with the vibrations of the body, the mind, body, and spirit. You feel what I'm saying? So when you tap into that, a lot of things start to open up clearly of what you'll see and know what's around you. Now, what you were speaking on as far as just knowing, you know what I'm saying, or if anybody, certain people, like you say, certain people you could just knock off like a flea or whatever. But then certain people that's there, they put there for a reason. Now you got to look at it like this. And I'm building off of this to be the strength of me.
Get to it. That's dope. She said, "Go through it to get to it."
Go through it to get to it.
Right.
James Gold said that.
So this is okay. So check this analogy, right? You going somewhere, right? You type it in your GPS. Now your GPS shows you your destination.
It's the artistic.
But it don't tell you that it's a accident up here. It's construction up here. Somebody finna run out into the street. There's somebody out here. It's a fire hydrant bust up here. No, it don't tell you that. It's a roadblock here and there. They probably do now. But I'm saying, as far as now, most of your GPS.
I get what you're saying, though. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Your destination is this, but it don't tell you what all you got to go through in the midst of that.
Woo!
So,
Your
job is to go through that. Whether you got to go around, reroute, you know what I'm saying? Pull over and take this way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Sit at this light for this moment. It's all about patience, time, and being able to have that drive to keep going no matter what try to block you. So
and faith.
Cars left and right. Faith. You got and faith, exactly. So you got cars going left to right, people driving crazy. These are the same type. That action there is like people in your life. You got messy people. You got people that's either there for you or either they just
he hit it with that one.
That just come by.
Yep.
They there. So either way. You take a certain situation and you get to where you're going. By the time you get to where you're going, you look back like, man, I just went through all this traffic jam. I was in the power back there, this and that, but I made it and I'm here. That's when you know it's you. What's for you is for you. So it's not everybody. How do you know if anybody's supposed to be there with you? It's whoever that fall in line with you is gonna be there regardless.
But now. If the one's gonna be there regardless, then why do I have to worry about them?
It ain't for you to worry about it.
But what if they show, like, say for instance, they showing me who they are already, but being the fact that they're not being messed with,
believe them. Believe them. Believe them and deal with them accordingly.
Yeah.
Believe them and deal with them accordingly based on who they tell you they are.
Okay. So, all right. So
you understand? If somebody is exposing themselves to you, we may not be able to shake them all together, but we don't have to operate with them in that capacity anymore.
And to teach you how
you
to
understand?
But what if you have what if you have built, like with me, I've built things with certain individuals to the point where I feel as though now some individuals are just around me for a come up to say that, oh yeah, like she doing this, and like if I stick with her, it's gonna make me look like I'm doing something. I got people around, but they haven't said that plain to see, but I see it already. They're not showing it to anyone else, but I see it. I see it.
Right.
So what would I do about that? Like me, I'm the type of person, heck, I see that. I don't want nothing to do with that. Move around, get up out of here. But then you just can't do that because you have everyone around you looking at you like, well, dang. It's like she just got up top and she just said, forget them, but they didn't see what I saw.
Everybody can't go with you to the top. Everybody can't go to the top, and nothing lasts forever. Nothing lasts forever. If it ain't for you, it ain't gonna. If you don't feel it, if it's something you don't feel, you don't need to. Man, you need to. Hey, I can act however you can think about me however I want. I ain't got to deal with your thoughts no more. I ain't got to deal with you no more. But you can think however you want to think. I gotta do what's best for me. I gotta do what's best for me.
Right.
Hold on,
and
but
my peace and my peace. You know what I'm saying?
Right. This is the thing right here, though.
Do you know how many times people have swapped in and out of my life?
See that
during different seasons? How many times people have changed? What I needed at that season was what I had. When that season was over, it was over. Okay. There are people that come for a reason, season, and time in your life. Reason, season, and time. Reason being they're there for what they're there for. That is the season they're there for, or they're around you. A time, it only lasts for a certain while.
I got that.
Just like, reason, season, and time. That's in the Bible.
All right.
Reason, season, and time. Also, listen to this.
Reason and the season.
Listen to this. When you move to Atlanta, you finna have a whole nother set of people around you than what you got right now.
That you're gonna have to learn and watch and all that. Take trust and distrust. You're gonna have to start all the brand new group of people that you already didn't deal with before.
Right.
That you already didn't deal with before. Now you know how to deal with it when you see it coming. Just a different state.
I know how to deal with it when I see it coming. But what I'm saying is, if I'm already seeing it now within my vicinity, within my radar, my radius, my circle, my 0.14 pi.
This is how you kill all that. This is how you kill all that. Can't nobody do what's for you like you.
Woo!
No,
I like that. Yeah.
No, what I'm saying, listen. When you talking about people,
let me turn my ear.
When people around you trying to use you for a come up, no matter how they trying to use you for a come up, what's set for you and it's for you to do, they can't do it the way you do it because it's for you. They only can imitate and try to stick by you to hold on.
Why would so if I see
fall, that's why you say you can't worry about none of that shit. They gonna fall by the wayside.
It ain't the fact that I'm worrying, it's the fact that I see it. I don't want that around me. As soon as I see it, okay, you need to go. You need to go.
It's a chopping block.
Hello?
Huh?
It's called a chopping block.
A chopping block. So how you chop them up? What you mean?
Let's go.
But it will be people that I'm chopping off that has been there from day one.
Yeah, but sometimes the day ones ain't always the ones that's lasting.
All right, let's put that down. Let's write that down. There we go.
Say that.
Your day ones will keep you at day one.
Sometimes your day ones the ones more jealous and envious than your so-called haters.
Your day
What they
ones
say?
will keep you at
What they
day
say?
one.
They say your haters is usually somebody you know.
Right. Your
You
day
said
ones
sometimes
will
your
keep you
day
at
ones
day
are
one.
what? Sometimes your day ones are what?
Doty.
You
Doty.
talking to me?
Yeah.
Oh, your day ones will keep you at day one. The ones that ain't genuine and rocking what you doing, or they not as passionate as you are. Them so-called day ones will keep you at day one.
Ooh, say that. Say that. What? Your so-called day ones would keep you at day one, nigga, because they don't want to elevate. They want to hold you down.
Now, okay, so y'all that where I'm getting at this is, I'm coming somewhere with it. Now, sometimes your day one will keep you at day one. Now, if the day one's gonna keep you at day one, and you know that, like say for instance, Doty, you know how to mix. You mixed and mastered, a couple of my songs. You even co-wrote some of my songs that's out there right now. You understand what I'm saying? So now me and you, we rocking. Now Def Jam call you up and they want to sign you. So now Def Jam, they about to sign. Now I've been there. I done been there when we neither one of us had a studio, a laptop, or nothing, right?
Right.
So now Def Jam, they call you up and you got the distribution or whatever you got going on. So now here I come. I remember promoting you on a show, and Def Jam came out and scouted you at one of my shows. So now I here come to say hello. Right. I don't got nothing going on no more the way that I used to have it going on. I don't got that going on. You got it going on. I stopped because I figure, it's taking a couple years, but Doty, he out there working. He ain't came back, and the nigga ain't said hi. He ain't gave me a bologna sandwich or nothing. So I'm about to go see him.
Right.
So now I go see you, and I know we don't have nothing but good blood between us. And then you come at me like, she must want something. She think, man, she probably want me to give up for what? I ain't asked for none of that stuff she did.
That's
for
the
me.
difference. That's the difference.
No, what I'm saying, no, let me finish. Okay. So now, back in the day, we would never say anything like that. Like, it ain't about what you can do for me, how you can do for me. Let's do it together because we're trying to get to the same spot. Now, you already at this spot, and you've been at this spot for months.
Right.
For years. Now I want to get to the level that you at. Is you taking me through a whole loop, but you've been my day one, and you have the opportunity to help me come out of whatever it is that I'm coming out. But instead, so is that what you mean when you say your day ones can keep you at day one?
No, what I mean is when I say your day ones keep you at day one, what you saying is in reverse. So check this out. Let's say this. You know how they always say, you always hear some artists or some rappers say, they homies from back there that grew up with, they were supposed to be their day ones, and they elevated and took off. Right? Instead of them being able to be with them, to elevate with them, they sat back and watched you elevate. But the first thing come out their mouth is, oh man, you don't even come back to the hood. Or you don't even do for this, and that. But if I give you an opportunity and you don't take it, then that you know what I'm saying, that's on you. And no matter if you my day one or not. If they your day one, see certain day ones, they be like, they only based off of the fact that they know you, but they're not doing nothing to work with you.
Okay, now answer me this question. I think I'm gonna leave that day one alone. What does day one mean? What does that mean?
That means somebody that you went through everything with. A person that you went through everything with since a youngin'. Or, you know what I'm saying? Or y'all just like y'all met y'all jail, and then y'all all of a sudden one of y'all got the juice or the glow, or whatever you want to call it. But this person, y'all done went through this shit for so long. Then all of a sudden, when one of y'all get that light, that one that feel like they ain't got that light, either they gonna show their true colors of hatred, or they gonna ride with you. And some of them day one, that's why I say some of your day ones is gonna keep you at day one. Because they're going to sit up there and remind you of what you was back then instead of acknowledging your growth. But the ones that's really rocking with you, that's supposed to be your day ones, that's real, they going to be there right with you, whole step of the way, build with you, go through those trenches and those new levels and new devils with you.
Okay, I get you. All right, I get you. All right. But sometimes day one can keep you at day one, and I like that. And I'm definitely experiencing a lot from being a part of the industry, just even trying to come out, not the major industry, but just coming up right now. You get ones that, oh man, Stephanie, you done came up. I understand you from a peon. I remember when you had just started. I remember when you would be supporting everybody at the stage and nobody would ever do this and do that for you. It's becoming those people are gravitating to me more and starting to support me in the ones that I feel as though that was there already and saw me grinding and saw me going through the hurt, the pain. Those are the ones that are around for a come up.
Right.
They won't tell me that, but I see it.
Right.
So since I see it, instead of right, so chop it. Okay, you just say chop them off.
It's the
Right,
chopping
so
block. Cut them off.
we chop them off. But then
You
what
know,
if
you know the
that
ones
you chop off and you least suspect it that you got to chop off? What if that's the person you least suspect it?
because you got
When you find out, you
but they
chop
gotta
them
tap
off.
in with themselves and
It's least
recognize that, hey,
suspected. But damn, you just
understand
told me
like,
your
yo, why am I getting cut off? What did I do wrong? What it is? A lot of them don't want to admit. You feel what I'm saying? But see, my thing is this: the ones that you know for a fact that ain't used to you, they got their own establishment that they could bring to the table to add and not be a person that take away. You feel what I'm saying?
Okay.
Are you an asset or you're a liability?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's why I say, and it goes back to the day ones. Either the day, it'd be a group of y'all that start at day one. But only a few of them gonna be an asset and only a few of them gonna be a liability. But they still consider day one because y'all that grew up together. But just because you'd have made it to a certain point, the ones who get it, it's gonna rock with you. They're gonna be an asset. The ones that don't, they're gonna be a liability. And them the ones that's gonna be mad. And them the ones gonna be you don't come back to the hood. Why you don't know nobody, or you think you this, or you think you that, or they behind your back sneak dissing and talking all this. Them the ones, you feel what I'm saying? But if you got your own and they bringing their own, they bringing something to add, you feel what I'm saying? Them the ones that rock with you. The ones that don't have it and they just want to leech, oh, then them the ones that's gonna sit back and them the ones that's gonna be the ones that try to keep you at day one.
But what
They're
about
gonna always remind you when you was broke.
But what about the ones that are adding and taking at the same time? You can do both.
That right there.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. You add and you subtracting.
Right. So then you got to see how to. Now you got to see how
giving me enough to keep me around, but you're not giving me enough to move around without you.
Right.
You're keeping me right there, like I'm right here. I could go right here, but you right there.
Right.
Over here, you right there.
Right. They ain't gonna let you stray too far. They afraid they're gonna miss something out. Instead of them saying, okay, cool, you got that going on over there. Then what I'm going, I'm finna build this over here. If we meet up in the middle again, we meet up. But relationship,
that's my mindset. That's my mindset.
If the relationship is still there, you know what I'm saying? For instance, me and you do different things, but we have things that we come together on.
Right.
You know, it's not I need to stick with you or you need to stick with me to try to catch up with me. It's not a race with us. It's a marathon with us, actually. Right. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like, I know what I got going on. I'm holding it down over here. You know what you got going on, holding down over there. But when it comes to, hey, Dodie, Stackz, yo, we got this going on. Hey, I think you could, you know what I'm saying, you could do something with this. You know, let's make something happen. Right. That's when you know somebody is right there in the pocket. But if you get the ones like you said, if you start moving and they like, hold on, where you going? Or you trying to stray away from me type shit, and it's like, yo, you can't carry your own. You feel what I'm saying? You don't have nothing to carry. Matter of fact, you piggybacking off of everything that I do to make yourself be relevant. And that ain't what it is. If you can't show me that whatever you got going on and you can sprout and do whatever you can do on your end just as much as I'm doing on mine, and then whatever we end up coming up with, because everybody has to build their own pot in order for them to be able to bring something together to make something bigger. You know what I'm saying? Especially when it comes to this industry. You know, you got a lot of people that go, you know, I'm just going to sit here and allow this person to do this for me. And they get comfortable with that shit. And then all of a sudden, it's like, as soon as that person make a move or a person act do something different and it feel like they left out, it feel like the world is ending for them. No, you take whatever you learn, whatever your jewels is, whatever you built, and then you sit up there and start planting seeds for yourself. So when you plant your seeds, not saying cut them off and, fuck them and I ain't got to rock because I got my own, I'm run off of this way. No, plant your seeds until somebody show you different. Keep that solid, connect with each other. But you can also be over here. Hey, you never know. We don't know. McDonald's and Burger King franchise, the owners might know each other and might kick it and have brunch and lunch and all this mess. You feel me? But not knowing that, they got their own establishment, but they might come together for a fundraiser or something, come together with both of their companies and be able to, donate or feed families and all this stuff together, not knowing that, That's what I'm saying. Two different franchises working together. Or they end up starting together. You both got burgers, you both got fries, you both got specials. You know what I'm saying? Same thing, but different way of moving. Some people can't handle shit on their own. They used to somebody carrying them to the point where they don't know or they're not willing to allow themselves to learn, and they stick with that. And then when they feel like they're being detached, then they get lost. And then it become, I'm lost, or now I'm so confused in my mind. This person she just up and left me. Or this person, he done up and left me, and now they acting funny. They being different now. No, I'm elevating to something that I got my hands on. Sometimes my business ain't for you, and your business ain't for me.
Right.
But if we got something that we can connect on,
right,
then it's for it. It's meant. But when it comes to personal and me and you, as far as who we are personally, if it affect that means whatever we had personally was never real from the jump.
There you go. And that's why you got to learn how to separate the two. And
you
with that being said, Dota G Mac, man, I thank all of y'all for coming through. J. Nicole came through. We didn't get a chance to find out how she manifests her intention.
Right.
Working hard, grinding like she always do.
Man, she busting her ass, man.
Coming through. Queen G, thank you for coming through. I want to let everybody know. Oh, Dota G, you are on the showcase. So March 27, this month is going down in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Club Timbuktu. Yes, we're going to have the Hollywood and Milwaukee red carpet event. Got Shantae Gibson hosting the event. It's going to be epic. We got Dota G Mac, Lisa Blair, I'll Be the Trap Guy, West the Poet. Who else we got out there? Who else we got? We got Ocean Drive coming out.
Right.
And a lot of artists. It's gonna be lit. We got Smoking the Bandit gonna be in concert, man. I want everyone make sure that y'all tune in, come down. Know what I mean? It's a $20 cover fee. We're gonna have Kobe's restaurant there. So you gotta have some Polishes, some fries, chickens, some hot dogs, you know what I'm saying? Come down there, drink, kick it with us, man. Yeah. Understand. Smoking the Bandit has been putting in work for a long time, a very long time. I just met him in 2018, but ever since I met him, I've been doing my research, and he has been out here grinding for a long time. And it's about time that one of us pay homage. So I'm going to show him some respect with the 10 headliners that I got coming out to open up for him, along with Giari Entertainment. Salute to Giari Entertainment for helping me throw this event together. Everything is transpiring. We wrote it down. We made it plain. It became simple. And now our intentions are manifested. And that manifestation will be March 27, 2021 in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Club Timbuktu. Be there or be square. Dota G Mac, we already know you're going to bring your A game. So we ain't going to
there.
With that. Now,
tell them to beat us there. Don't meet us there.
Ah, man, y'all heard to beat us there.
We're going to be lit.
Yes, it definitely is going to be lit. And whomever didn't tune in to watch it, we were talking about manifesting your intentions. And if you all missed this live or missed this broadcast, however you want to put it, make sure that you watch MJ on Network. Recognize Real with Stackz the Realist, and you all can enjoy the show. Thank you for tuning in. Dodie, I'm going to holler at you, man. Thank you for coming through. Appreciate you.
Already.